In the depths of Nephalia, he began his tale. A rebel soul who dared to challenge the veil.
Welcome to Tibalt's Apprentice. This deck comes to you from the real world. You want to check out his webpage, or rather his YouTube account. He put out a deck here that he was looking for some advice on, and what I initially felt after a couple of games here was I was not getting enough value for these big creatures. Getting lots of zombies that have decay, being able to search for some stuff, it wasn't working quite right for me, so I threw a couple of artifacts in here, hoping to get some value off of the zombies that were going to die anyhow. So I picked a couple of cheap artifacts to throw in there. They don't necessarily play out in the game. This absolutely could use more work, and like I say, this is my version of what he built. But yeah, so my idea was to get more value out of zombies that were disposable and cheap using cheap artifacts. Also, I wanted to be able to get through the early game and be able to have more to do with the cards that I was getting rid of. So that's why the Edict is in there, to be able to force people to sacrifice things on my terms. I mean, they still get the choice of what to do, but early in the game, I want them to get rid of either tokens or creatures, whatever it is that they're being a nuisance with. Anyhow, we're going to jump into this game. We're going to see how it goes. This is a test deck. Let's get in. Let's get a battle under our belt and see how it feels. It felt like I did a little bit more. I played the deck the way he had it a few times. I made a couple of changes, then scrapped everything I did, and I came up with this version, which was a little better. I like the removal right off the bat. I like having a 2-drop creature, a couple of different options there. We're going to see what we're up against. I don't like that. Early creatures and stuff, let's take them out right away. We can play a little bit more mid-range instead of definitely being aggro, because the cards that were in there before, we had to spend mana. It was a little bit too mana intensive, and I didn't necessarily care for that. But that's just me, so I'm not saying he did anything wrong, and I'm not saying that I am in any way any kind of a deck doctor, but I thought it would be fun to do this and see how it goes. Low, cheap, get rid of creatures, get things on the board, get some value, get some damage in right away. As long as they don't have life gain, we're going to be getting value off this every time. I really would like to have a removal spell for that, because that's going to be an issue. I think this is where the Edict would be good. Sure, let's just get rid of what they have. We're going to get another zombie on board. It might prevent us from making a zombie, but I don't really care. I do want to keep the pressure on. Yeah, we may take a hit or two, but if we can keep our life total up while we're chipping away at theirs, I think that's going to do the trick in this case. Are they scared to... They shouldn't be scared to throw it in there, because I'm not going to block with any. There we go. That's the removal I like. Get that out of here. We're going to send the zombies over. They're going to die. We won't get a bonus for both of these things dying, but we will force them to... Oh, yeah, exactly. We'll force them to block with one. One's going to get through. I'm still only getting one trigger off of this, but that's okay. These are going to go away. I'm going to have another zombie to sack on the next turn. So that feels all right. They're not going to be able to swing back on us too hard. Don't take stuff out of my graveyard. That's just rude. Well, whatever. That's fine. It doesn't really affect us. 25 life. I like seeing that. Again, I can swing in. Doesn't matter whether the zombie connects or not, because we're still going to get 2 points off of them. Even if they choose to block it, doesn't matter. If they had a lifelinker there, that would be an issue. I could see that being a problem. I'm going to continue to tinker with this. but I just wanted to have fun with this and see what it would do. And they're up against flyers. Another problem. I would like to see one of my big baddies coming out here, either the Vein Ripper or whatever, but we just weren't getting enough value for these creatures that we're making and sacrificing. And that's where I'm hoping I'm going to get an artifact here and get a little bit more value out of this. Either be able to get some toxic counters on them, or even if they are blocking it. Yeah, that's okay. You're just going to go ahead and hit me. That's all right. Because you're at 6 life. So as long as they're low enough, I think that's all that matters. You're going to take 2 either way. Put you on a clock. You got 3 turns. Maybe even less. You know what? Doesn't matter. I'm going to get the 2 points no matter what. Why don't I get some more cards in the meantime? Yes. That I like to see right there. Now we've lost a little bit of value by not, you know, having that happen at the end of turn, but we've got another sack zombie. I think this game is wrapped up. I think it's going to work. I think leaning into these aspects of it, of getting values for those small creatures, I think that's really the way to go. We'll take a look at this in a minute, but it definitely is going to have some weaknesses. It's not a perfect deck in any way that I fixed it up, but just little things to think about. Let's put it on the board now. I do like being able to search for a card in there, but everything was so mana intensive that even searching for it didn't matter. I think this is game over, man, right? Because they'll take 2. Even if they block it, they're going to take 2, and they won't only take 2. I think I'm going to get to trigger that. Yeah, there we go. There's those triggers. That's what we're looking for. Yes! Yeah, okay, so these changes, I think, improve the deck a little bit. We'll take a quick look at it just for a hot second here and see if there's anything special. Yes, yes, I've been lazy about getting my goal today. I get it. Take a look at it. All right. Most of the deck is the same. Like I said, here's these artifacts. We didn't get to see them this time. I want value for those small bodies that are going to get through. I want that Sheoldred's Edict to get rid of bigger things, and we can get to those bigger creatures a little bit faster that way. Anyhow, this was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment. If you choose, please subscribe. And thanks for watching.
I was down, losing every game, ready to quit, buried in shame. But then I found a secret trick to turn the tide and make them sick. No more expensive cards, no more fancy bling. I went all in with my budget swing, forsaking the idea of what I had. I rose up as the punching warrior, no more sad. Yeah, I'm the underdog, the one they underestimate, but I'll rise to the top, gonna dominate. I'm the budget warrior, can't bring me down. I'll win this game, gonna wear the crown. I'll win this game, gonna wear the crown.